Hello viewers, so welcome to my channel. I'm Hasham Ali Khan. So last video I have completed 4 problems on how to compute the income from other sources. This is the last and final video where few more problems I'm going to explain regarding the computation of income from other sources. It's a very small topic. You must know what are the different types of items that may come under this head, right? And regarding income from other sources, I have given 2 theory videos. So before watching the problem, I suggest you always go through the theory video of how to compute the income from other sources and what are the items that may fall under the head income from other sources. In the previous examinations, they have asked the theory question. Give some 5 or 10 examples of incomes which are taxable under the head income from other sources, or specifically short question was asked regarding what are the casual income, what the provision regarding family pension, like that, interest and security. So before going for the problem, always be thorough about the theory. So before starting the problem, I expect my viewers to have a printout of the problems which I have given in the link under my description. And apart from that, always keep a notebook, calculator, pen ready while watching the video. Write down the important provisions, otherwise you will forget it. So if you are watching all the videos, I hope that students got good command on this subject of income tax. Normally students feel that income tax is a tough subject. Yes, of course, because provisions you have to remember. Otherwise, it's not a simple, technique like that in accounting or statistics like that. Here, so many provisions are there. And until and unless you take the interest in remembering the provisions, you cannot be able to understand the subject. So with interest, watch the video from beginning till end. And if you are satisfied with my lecture, with my videos, and if you think that these are beneficial for you, then like the videos, share my channel, give the comments, and don't forget to subscribe my channel. Now we'll start the next problem number 5. Mrs. Ria submitted the following particulars to you. Compute income from other sources. Received winning from lottery 70,000. The winning from lottery, is a casual income. It is taxable under the head income from other sources. But here it is given received. Received means net amount is given. We have to find out the gross amount. What is the rate of tax on casual income? 30%. 30% is the rate of tax, TDS, on casual income. So already 30% is deducted. After deducting 30%, we got 70,000. This is the amount paid to the assessor. Now we want the gross up amount. So how to find out the gross up amount? Net amount into 100 by 70. The net amount is how much here? 70,000. So 70,000 into 100 by 70, you will get 1 lakh. So winning from lottery, you should take 1 lakh. Now received from agricultural land in England, 1,24,000. So any agricultural income received from a foreign country, it is taxable under income from other sources. Then rent from subletting the house 40,000 and rent paid 16,000, repair 1,000. The rent from subletting is taxable under income from other sources. But any expenses incurred, that will be deducted, allowed as deduction. Now rent from hiring the machinery 22,000 per month, that means 24,000 per annum. Repairs to machinery 5,000, depreciation 8,000. These are allowed as deduction. So 24,000 minus 5,000 minus 8,000, that is the income from rent from hiring. Family pension 8,000 per month. In the previous video also I told you family pension is taxable under the head income from other sources. But deduction will be allowed. 1/3 of pension received or fixed ceiling of 25,000 in the default tax regime. Now, winning from lottery, 70,000 into 100 by 70, 1 lakh. The gross amount from winning is 1 lakh. Family pension, 8,000 into 12, 96,000. The least of the following two will be allowed as deduction. 1/3 of 96,000, 32,000, or fixed ceiling under the new default tax regime is 25,000. If in the examination, if it is asking you according to old tax regime, the maximum ceiling is 15,000. Now if nothing is given, We have to take it as a default tax regime 25,000. The least of these two is 25,000. So 96,000 minus 25,000 is taxable. Now computation of Mrs. Ria's income from other sources for this. Winning from lottery 1 lakh. In working note we have calculated. In working note we have calculated 1 lakh. Income from agriculture in England fully taxable 1,24,000. Rent from subletting the house 40,000 minus rent paid 16,000, repair 1,000. So 17,000 subtract 23,000 is taxable. Rent from hiring the machine 24,000, repair 5,000 and depreciation 8,000 allowed as reduction. So 24 minus 13 is 11,000 is taxable. Family pension 96,000 is received, but deduction is allowed 25,000. In working note I have shown you the deduction. So deduct 25,000, 71,000 is taxable, right? So income from other sources is 3,29,000. That's it. So I have completed 5 problems. 6th problem. The following are the details submitted by Srimati Usha Tiwari. Compute the income from other sources. So first item, family pension from government of MP 84,000. Family pension, whether received by government employee or private sector commercial employee, it is fully taxable, right? Cash worth 4 lakh was found in the previous year in her bank locker, the source of which is doubtful. That means undisclosed income. If Income Tax Act found some income, it asks the clarification, explanation of that income. If the SSC is unable to give satisfactory explanation of that income, that income is taxable under the head income from other sources. Now in our problem, the SSC's locker, there was an income of 4 lakh rupees, for which satisfactory explanation the SSC has not given. So this 4 lakh is taxable under the head income from other source. Part-time director fee 80,000 fully taxable. Interest credited in bank account 72,000 and debited bank charges 500. Now Income Tax Act says interest credited in bank account is fully taxable under income from other sources. But bank charges are not allowed as deduction, because bank charges are the charges which is applied by the banker for providing the service, not for interest. So there is no relationship between bank interest received and bank charges. The bank charges are not allowed as deduction. This you have to write in working note. Only bank interest received is taxable. Now interest on security received. So all these are the received amount. So 63,000 tax-free government security. In tax-free government security, net interest is equal to gross interest. That means whatever net interest received 63,000 is the gross interest, directly will take, fully taxable. Whereas 63,000 tax-free commercial listed security, if it's a commercial security, tax-free commercial security, now we have to gross up. Gross up amount is equal to net interest into 100 by 90. So here 63,000 into 100 by 90. You will get 70,000. That 70,000 is the gross interest for tax-free commercial listed security. Similarly, 63,000 tax-free commercial unlisted security. Whether it is listed or unlisted, the provision is same. Gross interest is equal to interest received into 100 by 90. So 63,000 into 100 by 90, you will get 70,000. So what we have to take? 63,000 tax-free government security, same 63,000. Whereas this tax-free commercial security listed and tax-free commercial security unlisted, both we have to multiply 100 by 90, you are going to get 70,000. Similarly, rupees 63,000 less tax government security. For any government security, the net interest will be the gross interest. The same 63,000, no grossing up. Whereas rupees 63,000 less tax commercial listed security and 63,000 less tax commercial unlisted security. For listed security or unlisted security, we have to gross up. How to gross up? Net interest received into 100 by 90. So 63,000 into 100 by 90, you'll get 70,000. So here for less tax security, less tax government securities, same amount, 63. Whereas for less tax commercial listed and less tax commercial unlisted, for both we have to multiply 100 by 90, we'll get 70,000, right? Then collection charges, 450. तो securities में से deduction देंगे, collection charges 450. Fees received for lectures in seminars 36,000, fully taxable. Now, first of all, working notes for all government securities. For all government securities, interest received is gross interest. So tax-free government security net interest is equal to gross interest 63,000. Just now I told you 63,000 tax-free commercial listed security. So 63,000 into 100 by 90 is 70,000. Then 63,000 tax-free commercial unlisted security. Same 63,000 100 by 90 70,000. Now less tax government security net interest is equal to gross interest 63,000. For less tax commercial listed and less tax commercial unlisted, for both we have to multiply 100 by 90, we'll get 70,000. Family pension received is given 84,000 and standard action is least of the following two. One third of pension, one third of 84,000, 28,000, or fixed ceiling 25,000. So least is 25,000, 59,000 is taxable. Now see the computation. Computation of Srimati Usha Tiwari, income from other source for the assessment here. Now, first of all, family pension. Just now we have calculated 59,000 in working note. Unexplained cash. That means in the locker of the SSC, some cash was found. Satisfactory explanation is not provided, so it is taxable. Unexplained cash 4 lakh. Then part-time director's fee 80,000, fully taxable. Interest credited in bank account 72,000, fully taxable. Fees received from lectures in seminar, fully taxable. Now interest on securities. So tax-free government securities, same amount 63,000. Whereas tax-free commercial listed and tax-free commercial unlisted, both we have made the gross amount in working note. Similarly, less tax government securities, same 63,000. But less tax commercial, whether listed or unlisted, 63,000 into 100 by 90 will get 70,000. So total interest is 4,06,000. So total take the total of all the items, will get income from other sources 10,53,000. 10,53,000. That's it. Now seventh problem. Mr. Neelakanta died on 3rd September 2014. During the previous year, relevant to the current assessment year, his widow received a family pension of 4,000 per month. So 4,000 into 12, 48,000. And dearness pay 600 into 12, that is 7,200. So she is getting not only pension but also DA. And compute her income for the current assessment year. So computation of Neelakanta, income from other source, family pension 4,000 into 12, 48,000, and dearness relief 600 into 12, 7,200. So total pension is 55,200. Now deduction will be allowed least of the following two, one third of pension. So one third of 55,200 is 18,400, and fixed ceiling is 25,000. Whichever is least. So 18,400 is least. So 55,200 minus 18,400, 36,800 is the income from other sources. Eighth problem. Mr. Vijay, captain in Indian Air Force, was killed during Kargil war. His wife is receiving 10,000 per month as family pension. Determine her tax liability. In the theory video, I told you the SSC who was working in defense and died in a war, then the family pension received by the wife is exempted from tax. So according to section 10 subsection 19, pension received by family member of deceased member of Indian Defence System service is fully exempted from tax. If he died in the war or in any operational duties, if he died during normal service, it is taxable. If he died during war time or operational service time, then it is fully exempted. So tax liability is nil. The last and final problem, that is ninth problem. Mr. Surjit was working in Indian Navy. He died while in service. His wife Swati Swarup Singh receiving a family pension of 20,000 per month. Determine her taxable income. So here the SSC Mr. Surjit was in Indian Navy and he died in a normal situation, not during war or not during emergency services. During normal service period he died. That means the family pension received is fully taxable. So 20,000 into 12, 2,40,000 is taxable pension. SSC was working in Indian Defence Service. He died in a normal situation. Hence, family pension received by his wife, he becomes fully taxed. So, computation of Srimati income from other sources. Family pension 20,000 into 12, 2,40,000. Less standard deduction, least of the following two. 1/3 of 2,40,000 is 80,000 or fixed ceiling 25,000. The least is 25. So, subtract 240 minus 25. 2,15,000 is income from other sources. So totally 9 problems I have selected regarding this computing income from other sources. So hope if you watch all these 9 problems with full concentration, you got confidence. Now boldly, with confidence, you can face the examination. You can fetch excellent marks. So this is the last and final video for income tax for the assessment year 2025-26. So many videos I have provided on all the 5 units regarding the heads: income from salary, income from house property, profits and gains, then capital gain, and income from other sources. So if you are satisfied with my lecture, if you think that my videos are very much beneficial to you, give the like to the video, share my channel, give the comments, subscribe if you have not yet subscribed. So inshallah, I'll continue the next subject in the next video.